In the previous video, we had a look at how to interact between your web page and your Tableau visualization. So in this example, we had two buttons, one to hide our viz and one to actually show our visualization. Now, that is great. And in this video, I want to take this a step further. And we want to take a look at some of the export options that you have available in the JavaScript API. So those export options are documented in the documentation. Now, one of the things to mention here is that you see me going to the documentation a lot. And this is normally how I work with anything in JavaScript. Working with documentation is essential because you wouldn't know all of this and you can't study all of this. So that's why in any of the libraries that I use, I always go to the docs or I look on the internet how to do things. So that's also what I would suggest you doing, like read the documentation, just play around with things and you can make it work. Now, what we have here in the documentation is on the actual viz object, we did the show and the hide, but we have a few more options and we have some export options. And that's what I want to look at now. So export an image and export a PDF, often needed by probably your customers. So what we're going to do, I'm going back into my HTML file and I'm just going to copy this one and I'm going to say this is not my show button, but this is my export PDF. And I'm going to say export to PDF. And I'm going to duplicate this again. I'm going to paste it underneath. And this is export image. And we're going to say this is going to be my export to image. And if I now hit save, we should see underneath our header 4 buttons. Of course, I've not done any of the styling or anything in here, but that doesn't really matter too much. Okay, it's all about the kind of the interactivity that we have. So we now need to go to export PDF and export image. So let's hop back into the app.js file. And here on the top, we defined our button and our show button. Let's create two more. Let's say constant export PDF equals our document.get element by ID. And this is export PDF. And another one where we have export image equals document.get element by ID. And we're going to call this one also export. Oh, that's export image. Okay. Now, again, these two here need to reference what is in the HTML file. So export PDF, and export image. So that is correct. So let's hit save here. And now you know the next step is to then actually use this. So export PDF and export image should be used in the rest of the file. So let's add another comment here and say let's listen for clicks to export to PDF. Now what we're going to do is say export PDF dot add an event listener, open it, and on a click, what we want to do is we want to execute a function. And the function that we want to execute is going to be this dot. And now if I quickly look in the documentation, we can see that it's show export PDF dialog. So let's copy that over and put that here. So export PDF dot add an event listener, on a click, we execute a function, and the function is the method is the show export PDF dialog. So let's hit save, go back to my dashboard. Actually, let's refresh it so it nicely shows up. If I now hit export to PDF, we can see that Tableau renders the PDF export button here. Let's do the exact same for the export to image. Okay. So let's do listen for, that is not correct. Listen for clicks to export an image. And this is export image dot add an event listener. Again, a click. And then say open an anonymous function, and in the anonymous function, we're going to do this dot, and I just quickly need to check here, show export image dialog. Okay, so let's use that one. Let's put that there. And let's hit save. Now if I refresh it, we can see I can now also hit export to image, and it should render the image. Yeah, the image has been generated. So if I hit download and I open it, we can see it now opens up in my preview. And this is the exact same image as that we have here on the right-hand side. So that's pretty cool. You can give this ability to your users and they can export images. Of course, if you make filter selections, the image will be different. So if I, for example, filter and I say I only want to look at data from the south, and we can see here we have the Southern European countries. If I now say export to image, it's going to render and generate another image. So it's now going to say, if we then hit download, open it, and we can see that we've now filtered down to the south. Okay, so that is another video looking at some of the export options that you have in the Tableau visualizations. Okay, see you in the next video.